Jess Dowderick, who is in Sarasota, looking at some of the damages this morning at 5:13. Jess, how's it looking out there?
Well, Jacqueline, we might not have received a Category 4 hurricane like originally expected, but the damage is still severe out here this morning. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but behind me, this large tree has uprooted. I'm just around the corner from the station. We didn't have to go far to find the damage. This is a large tree, completely uprooted. It has fallen onto Orange Street, luckily missing the home that it sits in the front yard of. Also, as we're out here, we are seeing power lines continue to spark along Orange Street, and I'm sure that's the case in many parts of the Suncoast this morning. So again, county officials are asking you guys to stay where you are for breakfast, whether that be the shelter or your home. Do not try to go back to your home if that's not where you are this morning to assess damage until first responders are able to get out here on the roads and take care of issues like these downed trees, like downed power lines. They don't want you risking your safety this morning. They know you're anxious to see, what damage was done to your property and your home, but they're just asking that you stay where you are through breakfast. So the rain, as you can see, the rain is still coming down very steadily this morning. The wind doesn't really seem to be much of an issue at this point in time. It's still a little bit breezy, but nothing too severe like we were seeing yesterday. Now, when we first pulled out of our station, there are also traffic lights that are out this morning. So obviously that will be a safety hazard if people are on the roads too early. And like meteorologist Bob Harrigan, I heard him saying just before this, wind gusts are still in the 60s and the 50 miles an hour. And just as a reminder, first responders are not out responding to these downed power lines and downed trees until those winds go down to less than 45 miles an hour. So obviously they will be out here as soon as they can, responding to these things, getting the trees out of the way, making sure the power lines are secure and safe, not sparking or hanging in the roadways. Obviously, if you see any of that, call and report it, and also just stay away from it and stay inside until first responders are able to be out here. It's safe for them to be out here and they can respond to things like that. So again, we're seeing sparking power lines this morning, large trees uprooted, and this is just a little bit of the damage. Again, we just had to go around the corner from our station to find this. I can't imagine what the rest of the Suncoast looks like this morning. So of course, anything you're willing to share with us on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page, email us. We'd love to see, what the wrath of Irma had on you and your property. Hopefully everyone is safe this morning. But again, you're just asked to have breakfast where you are this morning. If that's the shelter, stay there until first responders are able to get out here and take care of the issues that we're seeing. So power lines still down, sparking power lines, traffic lights are out, uprooted trees, branches in the middle of the roadways. So everyone stay where you are for now and stay safe. Jacqueline.
Happy to see happen. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Let's go out to the 10th Street Boat Ramp. Jess Dowderick has moved over there for an update on the scene from the water's edge. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning, Ray and Jacqueline. As you can see behind me, the storm may be past, but the waves continue to crash up against the seawall here at the 10th Street Boat Ramp. Water has been flying through the air all morning. The parking lot here at the Van Wezel and at the boat ramp is starting to flood. We saw earlier before the storm how the water was being dragged back into the Gulf, and now it's the complete opposite. Water crashing along the shorelines, and you can see a bright light just across the way from where we are right now. That's actually the GMA crew. Good Morning America is going to be going live here in just a few minutes from the same boat ramp that we are at this point in time. We've been driving around the streets this morning, a lot of trees that are down. We've seen transformers blow. The power lines continue to spark, so definitely still dangerous conditions this morning. Although the storm might have passed, the remnants of it are still here, very rough waters. You can see the water just continue to crash up over the seawall, and actually it's a lot better now than what it was a little earlier this morning. The wind has calmed down slightly. I'm sure we'll still get those major gusts of wind. Of course, the wind speed's still pretty strong this morning. Bob Harrigan was saying about 50-mile-an-hour gusts still. So, of course, first responders still not able to go out to respond to situations. There have been fire alarms that have been going off in downtown Sarasota. There have been a cross falling off a local church. Right now it's hard to keep the hat on your head, so the wind picking up, just as I say, it wasn't very strong anymore. So the gusts coming, you can see the waves continuing to crash here. So obviously stay where you are, stay in your shelter or wherever you evacuated to until first responders say it is safe to come out. There are traffic lights not working, down power lines. So stay where you are, have breakfast there, don't rush back, because of course the most important thing is your safety still this morning. Jacqueline and Ray.
Thank you, Jess. For those